When the arrogant manager fired the new employee, he had no idea that she was actually the owner of the company. You won't believe what happened next. In the heart of a bustling city, a thriving tech startup was making a name for itself in the industry. Driven by innovation and a commitment to diversity, the company was founded by Maya Johnson, a determined Black woman who had worked tirelessly to create a space where all voices were heard. Maya had built her business from the ground up, fueled by her passion for technology and a vision for inclusive leadership. Maya came from humble beginnings, growing up in a community where opportunities were scarce but aspirations were limitless. She had fought against various obstacles to pursue her education in computer science, driven by her belief that technology could serve as a powerful equalizer. After graduating, she gained experience in several top tech firms, but the idea of creating her own company never left her mind. With sheer determination, she launched her startup with a focus on developing software that not only catered to diverse clients, but also fostered an inclusive workplace culture. She firmly believed that a company could only truly thrive when it embraced different perspectives. Her founding principles centered on respect, collaboration, and empowerment, setting the tone for the kind of environment she wanted to create. As her company expanded, Maya decided it was time to bring in new talent. Enter Lisa, a bright and ambitious recent graduate who had just landed her dream job at the startup. Lisa had grown up in a similar community to Maya, where challenges were a daily reality, but she had always dreamt of making a difference in the tech world. Eager to make an impact, Lisa was thrilled to start working alongside the talented team Maya had assembled. Little did she know that her initial excitement would soon collide with the outdated and biased views of her new manager. Tom, a middle-aged white man, had been with the startup since its early days. Although he had worked hard and earned a managerial position, he clung to traditional notions of leadership and struggled to adapt to the company's cultural evolution. As new hires joined the team, particularly those from underrepresented backgrounds, he found himself increasingly threatened by their fresh ideas and diverse perspectives. From the moment Lisa stepped into the office, Tom's cool demeanor radiated skepticism. Despite her qualifications and enthusiasm, he couldn't shake the feeling that she was taking the spotlight away from him. It didn't help that Lisa was new and had a confident demeanor that seemed to shine. He began to question her abilities, doubting her contributions before she even had a chance to settle in, all while dismissing her input in team meetings. As days turned into weeks, Tom's dismissive attitude toward Lisa only intensified. He frequently ignored her suggestions in meetings, opting instead to impose his own ideas without considering her input. He would often interrupt her mid-sentence or brush off her opinions, which Lisa found incredibly frustrating. This prompted her to seek feedback from her colleagues, hoping to validate her perspective, only to find that many felt similarly marginalized by Tom's leadership style. Every interaction with Tom felt like an uphill battle. The atmosphere in the office grew tense, and Lisa began to dread her daily encounters with him. Despite her best efforts to remain positive, she couldn't shake the feeling that her hard work was going unnoticed. The constant criticism began to affect her confidence, making her question whether she did, in fact, belong in a role that she had initially been so excited to take on. One fateful afternoon, after a particularly contentious meeting where her proposal had been shot down for the umpteenth time, Tom called Lisa into his office. The air crackled with unspoken tension as she entered, her heart racing at the prospect of confrontation. "Sit down," he instructed curtly, his expression serious. "We need to talk about your performance." Lisa braced herself for the worst. "I've been working hard, and I truly believe my ideas could benefit the team," she began, hoping to advocate for herself. Tom cut her off, his tone icy. "Unfortunately, you're not fitting into the team dynamic. Your approach is not what we're looking for, and I don't think you belong here. I'm going to have to let you go." Stunned, Lisa felt her pulse quicken. "You can't be serious," she said incredulously, feeling a wave of disbelief wash over her. "I've only just started, and I'm eager to contribute." Tom leaned back in his chair, crossing his arms. "I've made my decision. You'll receive a formal notice by the end of the day. It's for the best. Trust me." Before she could gather her thoughts or respond, Tom's phone buzzed with a notification. He glanced at it, annoyance flickering across his face. It was a message from Maya, his boss. The text read, I need to speak with you both. I've been hearing concerning feedback about the team dynamics. Lisa is new, and I want to make sure we are supporting her. Please bring her to my office. As Lisa stood there absorbing Tom's decision, she released a breath she didn't know she was holding. You have no idea who I am, do you? She said slowly, a mix of defiance and determination sparking in her eyes. What are you talking about? Tom replied, his voice dripping with disbelief. I'm the owner of this company, Lisa declared, her voice unwavering. You just fired me without even knowing my role here. Tom's face paled as the realization washed over him. Wait, what? He stammered, struggling to reconcile the information with the person he had dismissed so easily. He suddenly felt trapped, his authority crumbling beneath him. Before he could respond or formulate an excuse, Maya entered the office, her presence commanding attention. Tom's panic was palpable as he stood there, realizing the gravity of his mistake. Lisa, is what he said true? Maya asked, her expression calm and collected. With a slight nod, Lisa replied, Yes, and I'd like to understand why I'm being fired when I haven't had a chance to prove myself. Maya's piercing gaze shifted to Tom, who was now visibly sweating. Let's hear your reasoning, Tom. Tom fumbled for words, the shame of his actions crashing down around him. I didn't think. I thought she was just a new hire. I didn't realize who she was. Maya stepped closer, her voice steady but firm. And that's where you've gone wrong. Leadership means empowerment, not discrimination. I require my management team to foster an inclusive environment, one where every employee feels valued. Realizing he was losing control of the situation, Tom's facade began to crumble. I was just trying to maintain standards. I can change. I didn't realize who Lisa was. Maya held up a hand to silence him. You've shown us your true colors today. I can't have someone in a position of authority who lacks respect for his colleagues. Effective immediately, you're terminated. The weight of Maya's decision sent shockwaves through the room. Tom stood frozen in disbelief, trying to grapple with the gravity of the moment. This is absurd. You can't do this. I just did, Maya replied coolly. You were given a chance to lead, but chose to belittle instead. That's not how this company operates. As Tom stormed out of the office, Lisa felt a wave of relief wash over her. Maya turned to her, concern etched on her face. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. It's unacceptable, and you deserve better. I truly value your contributions and welcome you to discuss how we can move forward. Thank you, Maya. I appreciate your support, Lisa said, grateful for the opportunity to discuss her future. I really believe in this company's mission, and I want to be a part of the team. With Tom gone, Maya and Lisa worked closely to reinforce the company's culture of diversity and support. They developed programs that encourage age-open communication among employees and provided training on unconscious bias and inclusive leadership. Together, they created a series of workshops that focused on empathy, collaboration, and the importance of valuing every individual's contributions. As time passed, the startup thrived, with Lisa taking on an increasingly prominent role. Each day, she collaborated with team members and contributed innovative ideas that helped propel the company forward. Under Maya's mentorship, Lisa flourished, embracing her position with confidence while making her own valuable impact. She revealed a talent for project management and developed a keen interest in ensuring that everyone in the office felt included and valued. Lisa also took the initiative to organize social events to bring the team closer together. Friday game nights and monthly potlucks became a staple in the office, allowing employees to bond outside of traditional work settings. These informal gatherings provided a space for team members to relax and share their personal stories, fostering relationships that transcended job titles. Meanwhile, Tom's dismissal forced him to confront his biases. Left without a job, he embarked on a journey of self-reflection. He enrolled in personal development workshops that focused on diversity and inclusion, realizing that he needed to change his perspective on leadership. He slowly began to understand the importance of open-mindedness and adaptability within any team environment. As he navigated his personal growth, Tom discovered valuable insights about how to cultivate an inclusive mindset. He underwent programs designed to challenge preconceived notions and stereotypes, allowing him to see the world through different lenses. For the first time, he recognized how he had benefited from systemic advantages that he had previously taken for granted. Over the next few months, Maya and Lisa's tireless efforts cultivated a workplace environment that attracted top talent and garnered praise within the tech community. Together, they launched community outreach programs aimed at fostering interest in STEM fields among underrepresented youth, an initiative that stemmed from their shared belief in the importance of breaking down barriers. As their outreach programs grew, they developed partnerships with local schools, offering workshops, internships, and mentorship sessions. Lisa became a role model for young women aspiring to enter the tech world, sharing her journey of resilience and the lessons she'd learned from her earlier experience with Tom. One day, during a speaking engagement at a local high school, she met a group of eager students who reminded her of her own journey. Their faces lit up as they listened to her speak about her experiences in tech and the importance of perseverance. Lisa felt a wave of inspiration. She was reminded of the impact one person could have on another's life. Inspired by the interaction, Lisa decided to implement a mentorship program specifically designed for young women interested in technology. The program focused on providing them with practical skills alongside guidance and support. Maya fully supported this initiative, encouraging Lisa to take the lead and spearhead the project. As the mentorship program kicked off, both Lisa and Maya found themselves deeply involved in the lives of these young women. They organized workshops, coding boot camps, and networking events that connected the girls with successful women in the industry. With every session, the program grew, and dozens of young girls discovered their passion for technology. Not long after implementing the program, the startup received a grant to further expand their outreach efforts. This funding allowed them to create additional resources, including scholarships for girls pursuing degrees in STEM fields, and more extensive training materials that could be used in schools. The impact of these initiatives was far-reaching, and news of their success spread through the community. Articles praising the program appeared in local newspapers, and soon they garnered attention from influential leaders in the tech industry. It became clear that they were not just building a successful product, they were cultivating a movement that challenged traditional narratives around diversity and inclusion. During this time, media outlets began reaching out for interviews, eager to share Maya and Lisa's story with a broader audience. They accepted the opportunities to discuss their experiences, shedding light on the need for equitable representation within tech. They portrayed their journey authentically, highlighting both the challenges they faced and the triumphs they celebrated. However, the most surprising development came when Tom reached out to Maya, seeking to reconnect. Months later, he showed up at the company's office unannounced. With new awareness about his past behavior, Tom humbly asked for a conversation. Maya was initially apprehensive but agreed to meet, wanting to hear him out. "I know I messed up. I've spent the last few months learning. I want to apologize, not just to you, but to Lisa as well. I've realized how important it is to foster an inclusive environment and how my ego got in the way." Tom's honesty and vulnerability struck a chord with Maya. "It's not easy to admit mistakes," she said, "but growth comes from recognizing and learning from them." In that meeting, Tom shared what he had learned about himself. He conveyed his desire to change his approach to leadership, promising to champion diversity in any future endeavors. Maya listened, considering the potential for growth and redemption. "Actions speak louder than words. You need to show that you've changed and are committed to supporting equality," she stated firmly. Tom took her words to heart and sought out opportunities to become an ally in his community. He actively engaged in workshops similar to those previously offered at Maya's startup, and over time, he put his new teachings into practice. Rebuilding his reputation would take time, but he was committed to working toward earning forgiveness. Reflecting on the lessons learned, Tom's journey toward growth allowed him to connect with others in meaningful ways, forging new relationships built on respect and understanding. He committed to advocating for diversity in workplaces, eager to share his journey and the importance of change with others who faced similar challenges. Meanwhile, Maya's startup continued to flourish. Lisa had not only secured her place within the company, but had also become a formidable leader in her own right. The company culture had transformed into a thriving ecosystem of collaboration, inclusive innovation, and empowerment. At a company milestone celebration a year later, Maya and Lisa stood together on stage. As they reflected on their journey, it was clear how far they had come since that fateful moment in Tom's office. "Never doubt your worth," Lisa told the audience. "We each have the power to create change. My experience taught me the importance of standing up for myself and others. Together we can lift each other to greater heights." The crowd erupted in applause, a mixture of gratitude and admiration for their leaders who had transformed the landscape of their workplace. As Maya looked out at her team, she felt pride swell in her heart. She had not only built a successful company, but she had also fostered a culture that embraced diversity, celebrated individuality, and empowered voices from every background. The experience with Tom served as a catalyst for change, an essential reminder of the challenges faced in creating inclusive environments. Above all, it was a testament to the importance of humility, growth, and the power of community in reshaping the narrative for the better. And so, the story of a manager firing a new hire without knowing she was the owner became a lesson for all those who witnessed it. In the end, it demonstrated that the journey toward equity and inclusivity needed to start from within one person, one decision, and one moment at a time. As they looked to the future, Lisa, Maya, and even Tom knew that their story was just the beginning stepping stone on the path to a more inclusive world.